Guys, Marlo 1980 here. I'm coming to you from Escanaba, Michigan, and it is Sunday, January 12th. Had to actually stop and go look that up. I never know what day of the week it is. I know Sundays, I just don't know dates. Sundays is the day I clean the most at my mom's, which I'll be doing after this. Get to go see Mommy. And I saw her yesterday. I see her every day. That's okay though. I am coming to you from Escanaba, Michigan, where I live with Charlie and my honey. We each have our own little place because space is a good thing. And we're not married yet, so. Anyway, TMI, too much information. You don't care. You're here for the yarn, the knitting, the crocheting, the good stuff. That's the best part of life right there. People are missing out. I am Marlo 1980 on Instagram, Netta 2002 on Ravelry. I have one finished object this week, which would actually be two, because it's a pair of socks. It's two of them. And this one's a little bit lighter than this one with how the dye came out, and I love that. They're for my mommy. Let's see. Can you see the hearts? There's different stitches. I don't know if you can really tell. The other sock maybe you can see better. I'm looking in the camera, but I can't tell. Maybe a little bit you can tell. That one you can kind of see. But these are for my mommy. The yarn is from Up North Yarns. She is on Etsy, and I talk about her a lot because I love her yarn. And this was the yarn I got at the craft show in November? I think it was November. And I got it with my mom in mind. It's called Cardinals in Winter. And I wasn't sure if my mom would like it because there's a lot of black and red. And black and red are my favorite colors, so if she didn't like them, I would have kept them. But she loved the yarn. She absolutely loved them. She's already seen the socks. She's already tried them on. And I'm going to get the book out that I used for the pattern. Excuse me. Socks from the Toe Up, Wendy D. Johnson. There's my window glare. Oh well. And it's the I Heart Toe Up Socks pattern. So you can see the hearts on the plain. Glare, go away. It's the I Heart Toe Up Socks. And I actually got this from our library, from a different library. And you can do that where you get books from different libraries. And I had gotten it once before, and I'm like, I like that pattern, but I can't do toe up, gusset, heel flap, heel turn. You know, I don't know how to do that. So I attempted it. I had a sock to the heel, and I tried it, and I screwed it up majorly. And I'm not one who can pull back and put the needle in. I have different rows. I'm not good at that yet. You know, I'm still a newbie. So I just ripped it out, and I thought, you know what? I was very irritated. I decided to do them in tandem. So many rows on one sock, so many rows on another sock. 2 at a time, I'm not very good at. I've tried. The stitches wind up way too tight, and I can't get in there. And I don't know. I would like to do 2 at a time to try it. I will conquer it. I'm going to be able to do it. My aunt saw them. Well, anyway, I got them finished anyway. I didn't get them in time for Christmas, because I had to rip it out. I was trying to knit her some for Christmas gifts. This year I will be a little more prepared. Maybe I will do Christmas gifts that are knitting for my knitworthy family. Not many people are knitworthy. I have a few in my family that are knitworthy. My aunt came up 2 days after Christmas. Or the Friday after Christmas, so 3 days. Whatever. I don't know. Wednesday was Christmas. She came up that Friday with my uncle. And did our gift exchange, and she was saying how much she liked the texture. She's like, I said, well, can you see that they're little hearts? And she just thought that was the cutest little thing. So quietly I asked my uncle what color is her favorite. He goes, well, she likes all colors, but blue. She wears a lot of blue. Well, the day she was there, she had this beautiful eggplant purple top on. Just gorgeous. And I know I talked about this in the last video because I bought the yarn and I showed it in the last video. I'm all tangled. There's one skein of the yarn. Alright, come on. There's the other. And I have started her socks. I got the first heart repeat. You can barely see it on this yarn. Trying to see in the viewfinder. So I got the toe, first row of hearts done. And the yarn is Cascade Heritage Paints. The whole label. 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, 100 grams. Fingering weight, obviously, socks. Color number 9781, which when I look it up says splat. And I've looked online at socks made out of this yarn. It's hard to capture the color of this yarn in pictures because a lot of people, it's too dark, so they use the flash, and then it's too bright. It's a really beautiful yarn. Hopefully I'll be able to get good pictures. Hopefully you get a good idea of the color. I actually have a red heart yarn that it reminds me of. And I'm not one who discriminates against any yarns. I love them all. I'm not a big fan of the ruffle, but I still make stuff with them. I have a color I got many, many years ago when I first started in 2003, 2004 that I bought this yarn, so I'm old. It's called Gemstone, and it reminds me of that, and I'm going to make an afghan out of it. I showed that in Crocheted Afghan video that I was doing of the ones I've been working on for many, many years because I get bored and I set them down. That one I hadn't started anything. Rosie M from Nana's Stitching Lounge, she said corner to corner, and she shouted me out. Thank you, I'm shouting her out. If you haven't checked her out, go watch her. She's awesome. She is very talented. She said, I just kind of came up with this. And I can't do it. I think I could do it, and then I start trying it and it doesn't look right, so I just stick with patterns. And I wish I was gifted to just make stuff and not think about it. She said corner to corner. I think I may try that. I know the Farmland one definitely will be corner to corner. I will try the Gemstone in that one too, because I had the Farmland one too. I should have them here to show you, but I don't have the colorways. But anyway, that yarn reminded me of it. Wrong yarn. And so that's a work in progress in my utterly adorable Knits Halloween bag I got a few years ago. If you didn't know, Halloween is my favorite. I do love Christmas. Halloween is my favorite. The inside of the bag is spiders! And I don't like spiders. I hate spiders. They're icky. Anything with more than 4 legs, something's not right. But those ones are cute. So that was my work in progress number 1. And I'm taking a break from it because I kind of, with the needles, poked holes in my fingers. Well, I cracked one outside with the cold. And the cold, if you don't know about that, your fingers can crack, your skin can crack. It's been cold here. Sun is shining, but it's probably another cold day. I don't mind the cold. I just don't usually wear gloves because, you know, Hot Flash Queen here. I don't wear gloves. I don't even usually wear my winter jacket. I wear a very nice, warm, zip up. I don't want to say sweater. It's a sweater jacket because it is a jacket. But it's just not a winter jacket. But I don't usually get cold, so why wear a winter jacket and then be pouring sweat? So my doctor knows I'm all good. He knows that I'm the Hot Flash Queen and that's what I wear, and he sees me a lot. He saw me last week, he'll see me this week. Saw a spine doctor last week. I see one this week. I've been partying pretty hard, yeah. And if that's my idea of partying, that's pretty sad. But, you know, I had, because I did talk about the foot pain. They think it's, I'm not even looking at the camera. They think it's my spine. She did some x-rays. She saw some deterioration between two, I guess you call them vertebrae, whatever. There's deterioration in there, so had the MRI this past week. That was fun. When I called to schedule, they got me in like the next day. I'm like, really? That fast? Either people aren't getting MRIs or she's very concerned. I don't know. She didn't seem that concerned, but that's okay. That's okay. I see her Monday. Go back to Marquette. Tuesday I see my doctor. He doesn't want me to make any decisions excuse me, regarding surgery. I sleep with a CPAP, so my mouth is always dry in the morning, so, and it's morning. Well, it's afternoon, but 11:30 noon. I'm not an early bird anymore. I used to be. I love being an early bird. I just can't seem to sleep anymore. My sleep patterns are all screwed up. So when I sleep, I sleep. And then when I wake up, I wake up. And hasn't been going very well. Anyway, back to the doctors. I see her Monday to go over the results. And then Tuesday I see him because he wants to know what's going on, what she wants to do. He's very concerned because of the spine, and I already told him I'm not doing surgery. He gets it. And he goes, well, first of all, I need to know. And apparently they don't want to let me know. They haven't sent him much. She might have sent him, but the foot doctor didn't send anything. I think it was. I'm not sure. Somewhere something, the wires got crossed and he didn't get reports. And didn't even know I was seeing a spine doctor. So I said, well, I don't want to do surgery after my lung fiasco. I don't want to have surgery on my spine. I don't trust it. That's just an area you don't mess with. That's just something, if it's unnecessary, don't do it. And he was like, good, because I'm very concerned about that. You didn't have great luck with your lung. Not saying these doctors are bad. I don't even think the lung doctor is bad. I actually think he's probably, I've actually heard he's very good. And I know he is. He did get something. He just didn't get what he was going for. At the same time, you know, the way the CAT scan showed, it looked like he got it all. So when I had the CAT scan after and there was still something in there, he didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't get everything. And I laugh about it and say, oh, he missed and all that. Because he did. But at the same time, he did get something. And I laugh about it because who does this happen to? My life is just a comic story. Thank God I can laugh because it's just comedy. But with the spine, there's more chance of being paralyzed. There's more chance of something. To me, the lung surgery was nothing. It was major, but it wasn't major to me. The spine is major, and the surgery itself could not be major. It could be very minor, very minimally invasive, and I would be thinking, oh my goodness, this is the biggest surgery I've ever had. I just don't trust, so I trust my doctor. I've had him for many years. I trust him. What he says, I agree with. Put it that way. It's pretty rare I've said, I don't agree with that. I don't even know if I have with him. I might have said, well, I don't know, and then he'll explain it in a way I will understand, which is what, he is very good at that. Some doctors are not good at that. And now that I blabbed on about boring stuff, let's get back to the good stuff, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you probably don't want to hear all that. Maybe I should do a video just on my health. Just talk about that. That'd be a laugh and a half. Nobody would watch. I'm using Barocco Comfort Sock. It's 50% super fine nylon and 50% fine acrylic. You go this way. I always go that way. These are for my daddy. I got 2 of these, and they are fingering weight, yes. Super fine one, but 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. I got 2 to make my daddy socks. My daddy has ginormous feet. So these are my ginormous socks of doom. Balled the first one up with my hair sticking through it. Look at that. And for these, my other socks, size 1, 2.25 millimeter. There's that hair again. These ones are not 2.25. These are 2.5, 3 millimeter needles. I'm making bigger needles. I'm doing the same stitch count as what I normally do, 72 stitches. And I'm just doing a basic sock. I'm ribbing the front, knit 3, purl 2. And I am now ready for the heel. That is just like one ginormous sock. That's like almost half my head. That's like ear to ear. He has got big old feet. 14 triple wide, big old feet. I do love my daddy. He's very lucky. Everybody's like, oh, I got big feet. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I hear people, I got big feet. I don't like to knit socks for my big feet. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't heard no 14 triple wides. I've heard, well, I'm a size 10, so I have big feet too. I take after my daddy. I'm a big girl. I take after the king side of the family. I'm a big girl. But yeah, I'm making him socks. Big old feet. I'm actually doing a pattern. Get my trusty little binder of my print-off patterns. I'm going to be doing, I don't think there's any pattern on here, the Spacious OMG Heel. This will be my first time doing it. I heard about this from Ross from Smells Like Yarn, because he talks about his big feet. I think he said he was a size 12. I think he said that. But he got nothing on my daddy. I love Ross. But I'm like, size 12? That would be a dream. Oh, goodness. Too funny. Well, with my dad, too, he's got a very high arch, and it makes it, like, really hard to... Where is the pattern? It makes it really hard to get shoes and socks and that fit just right, so he has to go bigger because how his foot is. And it's still a big old foot, but... Anyway, this is the pattern I'm doing. See if I can do it without the glare. The ribbed Bigfoot sock, because he is a Bigfoot. It's a free, I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry, I'm not sure. But it says 13 to 15. So, that's the pattern I'm following, and then I'll do the Spacious OMG Heel. So those are works in progress. Let's see, yesterday, let me pull this stuff up here. Eekers. Since I poked holes in my fingers, now I can work on my daddy sock. Those needles are bigger and I don't really poke in any holes. Yesterday I'm like, I'm going to crochet. I haven't picked up a hook since I made the candy cane reindeer in December. And I do need to make the Ollie and Olivia, I think it's called Opossum by Mary Smith. That's the crochet along this month. And now they're changing it where you can't get the next month's pattern for free. You have to pick what you want before they decide. And that's fine. I already know which one I want for next month's Valentine's Day. I know which one I want. There's one with hearts. There's actually a couple with hearts. But that's what I'll do. Anyway, I have to do that this week, make those. But yesterday I decided to pull out a project I just bit. Sorry. Sorry. Pulled out my Red Heart Super Saver. Panther Pink. Making an Afghan for my best friend in the world. I showed this in that crochet Afghan thing. I'm going to keep it folded in half because it's just a corner to corner. That's in half. So it's just about ready where I'll start to the height I want it. Because when I stand up, it comes to like right here. And she's about my height, so I want it to come up higher. And I still have 4 more balls, or skeins, excuse me, skeins. I don't have balls, I have skeins of it. And I thought, well, if that's not enough, they don't sell it at my... I got this at Walmart a few years ago. I started this in 2017, June 2017. That's way too long to have on my hook. I'm just horrible friend. Didn't finish it. But I looked on Amazon and I can still get it, so I'm not too worried. I think I'll still have enough with what I have. I was going to do half of this one and that should get it to where I want it. She's a bit shorter than me. Plus I'm going to do a border and just a hot pink. Just a plain solid hot pink. Because I think that would really, or maybe black to really offset. Well, black's so hard to work with. I know that from making my brother a black blanket. And now he wants socks and he likes black. And I know he loves argyle. I got the toe done. I haven't started the argyle pattern because I've never done color work. And I want to finish these easier ones first that I'm working on. And I really, oh my goodness, like yarn. But for me, crocheting with it isn't so bad. And actually knitting isn't so bad. It's just I'm worried about the color work. I'm scared. Because if I screw it up, I don't want to pull it out because I don't know how bad it is to pull out color work. But I'll never know if I never try, so... And if I set my mind to it, I usually can accomplish, you know. There's just... I haven't really seen any video tutorials on argyle. Of course, have I really looked? I have looked color work up, so, and I think I can do that. I'm pretty positive I can. But otherwise... That's nothing anyway. That's later. Anyway, I pulled that out and I want to, my goals this year. I have basic goals. Finish everything I've already had started from years ago, which is the Afghans. The Panther Pink Afghan for my best friend. I have the start of one for my dad. It's a ripple. That's because it's still at the beginning. I'm not as worried about that one. The other one I have to have finished. It's out of all the Red Heart Fleck yarns. And it's just, I kind of did it scrappy. And it's a shell type pattern. It's out of the 7-Day Afghan pattern book. I want to finish those 2 Afghans. Then the Afghans I got working on. And then I can just work on my dad's. And his I'm not as worried about because, like I said, it's still at the beginning. So I want to get the 2 done, finish the socks, you know, use up the yarn I have. I'm not banning myself from yarn purchasing because that never works for me. I will still go buy yarn. I'll be like, forget that, and then I'll just overload myself with a bunch of yarn, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? If I want it, I'll get it. If I don't want it, I don't get it. I looked at yarn yesterday. There was a couple pretty ones I wanted. I didn't need them. I want to finish stuff and get it out because this year I want to go to the Hirschner's warehouse sale. I've been to Hirschner's once. That was about 2 years ago. And I bought some Afghans in a kit. And actually that's the other thing I'd like to do is their monthly Afghan of the Month club. I'd love to do that. But I bought 2. This is the Magnificent Mandala Throw. So you get the pattern, if you don't know what it is. Comes in a bag. You get the pattern. I have the pattern home because the pattern's all bendy. I'm trying to straighten it. Then you get the yarn. And this is the Hirschner's Pastry Plus yarn. Carrot Blend 0104. Well, it says Carrot Blend. BLEN, but it's blend. 100% acrylic. pretty. And it's so soft. Oh my goodness. Crystal from Bag O' Day. Got everybody rubbing their yarn on their face. Oh, it's so soft. This will be for me. I thought of fall when I saw this. The day I went there, they were on sale. This is light 3. I don't even want to get my finger in there. I don't even know if I could. It's a light 3. It looks to be. For what I understand about yarn weights. I don't really care, but it does look like it's a light 3. I know a lot of people understand all about the weights. I know sock weights. I know that's about it. And even then, that sock weights, I use different weights of sock yarn. When I follow a pattern, because I'm not smart enough to make my own pattern, when I follow one, I just use the yarn I want. It'll either be bigger or smaller. The other one I got was actually they were on sale. They were setting up for the warehouse sale, and they have their building where you can shop, the regular area. These were in the regular area. They did let me look in the warehouse area to see if I wanted to go back, and I said, well, I'm quite a few hours away. I'm like 6 or 7 hours away, and I know I won't be able to make it back. They let me look, and I have to do this warehouse sale. They do it, I believe, once a year. The other one I got was a purple haze Afghan. Turn it so you can see it. They had a blue one also. I had to have purple, and I'm not going to pull the yarns out. They're great colors. They're just a bunch of different. There's a lilac breeze, a grape, a deep violet, and another one. When I actually start working on the blanket, I'll show everything. But I don't know if you can still get the kit on the website. I believe they still have it. And there's a blue one. But I got purple, fibromyalgia awareness, because I have fibro, and I like people to be aware. And I know it's also for lupus and all kinds of other diseases that are bad. So I went with the purple. But that's what I want to do. I want to go there and get a bunch of Afghans in a bag. Because I think it's awesome to get everything, the pattern, the yarn, all in one. I love that idea. That's why I, this year, pay off bills so I can get the Afghan of the month. I believe it's a Ripple Afghan of the month. I'm not sure if they still have that one. Last I looked, it was a Ripple. And I love Ripple patterns. That's one of my favorites. So if I use up what I got, and I start getting them, and you know, these are going to be a little bit easier to store in a bag. But just start working on them with socks. You know, that's what I like to do, Afghans and socks. That's what I like to make. I've made some hats. I made my brother a hat for Christmas. Made Mike a hat. I get the joy out of finishing fast, but my favorite is Afghans, and my favorite is socks. That's all I ever think, oh, that's what I should make, or that's what I should do. So that's that. So I had Happy Mail. Very happy mail that was unexpected. I had sent out some Christmas cards to some podcasters that had their P.O. box or address or whatever where I could find it. Whether the drop-down box or in the About Me or whatever. And I haven't put my address down there because I don't have a P.O. box. I'm not going to get a P.O. box. If people want to send me stuff, which I don't think they will, they can ask me or they'll see it on this envelope. But I got mail from Cinnamon Stitches. She was one of the ones I sent. Look at that reindeer. That's me. And hi, Michigan. Santa with a cake. And let me tell you, I wish I had that cake right now. That looks good. But she sent me a Merry Christmas card. Just sending warm wishes for a happy holiday seasoning. Seasoning. Season. Love, Jennifer. Cinnamon Stitches. So I got a Christmas card. This was my second Christmas card this year. I got 2. One from my mommy and one from Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. And she even said she ran out of stamps and I got lucky and got one. I don't know how that happened. But I just wanted to make other people happy and just, you know, where they didn't have to send anything back. And she had asked specifically for cards because nobody sends them back. And I thought, I'm just going to send one because I know what that's like. I got one back. That was so fun. So I love that kind of stuff. I love Happy Mail. That's fun. Whether it's a handwritten letter, pen pal, I like that stuff. And I know Ella from No Catchy Name likes that too. So, you know, that meant a lot. So if anybody ever wanted to send me anything, you don't have to. Just ask or pause the video. That was my address. But not necessary. But I'm at 30 minutes, so I better let you go. This is probably going to shut off. And if it does before I say goodbye, I'm sorry, because the last one did that too. And that's what I was getting at the last video, was my card. But I want to thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for watching. I'll try to do this again this week. I'm going to try to keep a little bit more regular schedule of once a week. That also keeps me accountable to keep working on things to finish them. Sometimes it's hard with if Ma's not doing very good, but right now she's doing good. Prayers, say good Lord, keep her happy and healthy and good. And if I go to, when I go to Marquette tomorrow, if I go to the yarn shop there. I have Christmas money set aside saved for Hirschner's that I could spend a little bit there. Not planning on it, but you know, tomorrow's a new day. I might be like, hey, let's go check it out. Anyway, thank you all for coming back. I love you all. Thank you for coming, checking me out. If you subscribe, great. If you don't, that's okay. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. That's all cool. I'm a weird cat, I tell ya. My own breed of different. That's what I tell everybody. And that's what the world needs, is their own breeds of different. That stay happy and laugh about life, because laughing is the best. Like Madonna says, laugh, 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 because life's too short. Got you there, Madonna. I had to say it. That's her tagline, not mine. That's Madonna.